All right, what's going on, everybody? This Mufasa Fashaw, aka Shout Dog. I'm going to start off this podcast, my very first episode. I'm very excited about all this, man. Few announcements to make. One, I finally got this started. I feel like the hardest part for me always is to get the ball rolling. Once I get the ball rolling, it ain't no stop. It's like a bowling ball. Ain't the train coming, baby. Now, how I could start off this, I like to say, shout out to everybody I've been dropping knowledge with, conversating with, sharing things and ideas with, and I feel like I should have a podcast. And one of the reasons was because it's just like I might have talk to me written on my forehead, but people always come talk to me and share their problems, and I share my problems, and we come up with solutions. Now, do we always apply those solutions? No. So I started applying those solutions that I came up with to my life, and I realized, okay, that's cool. And then, I'm going to be on here really just talking to the men because I feel like we're missing out on a lot of stuff. We have a lot of, I like to call it feminine energy surrounding us, and it's a very hostile environment to embrace your masculinity nowadays. So that is the first topic I'm going to be on. Usually, I'm going to talk about health, wealth, spiritual well-being, dating advice. I'm gonna give all types from marriage, relationship. Hopefully, I get people to come in and talk with me. Some special guests. I already got that set up. A lot of self improvement. We're gonna talk about a lot of self improvement on this podcast for the men. Everything is gonna be centered around the men and getting that masculine energy back up and getting that energy to where we could actually focus. All right, now I wanted to do this first podcast with myself because I need to come out here and just say it. I'm not gonna really go into detail, but this podcast will also introduce you to even more knowledge of what we call the manosphere. All right. Now you got MGTOW, red pill, blue pill, things like that. But those are subcultures. Now you got incels. I'm not with the incels. I ain't with that. But red pill culture and it get real intense. There's cats out there that don't even want nothing to do with relationships. Now at this point in my life, I could see that. I could see that. I'm really feeling that. Now, do I feel like I did everything right? Are they doing everything right? Do they have the right idea? No. But we're gonna roll with it and we're gonna see how we could come from a good standpoint. Now, what I'm gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna jump in, jump out. I'm gonna keep myself focused on my goals, and this is one of my goals to be a content creator and share some information. Now, the first thing I need you guys to understand is I used to get these texts from my guys. What should I say? What should I do? I used to be in that situation too. So I'm like, man, maybe I should give out some of this game I got to my homies, to everybody. Yeah, understand? So, yeah, women are welcome to listen, but they ain't gonna like what I got to say most of the time. All right? But we ain't in that. We don't care about that. All right? One thing I don't care, lady, you could say what you want. I don't care because I'm applying certain things to my life and I see it working. Now, episode 1, the title is Are we in a hostile society? All right? We're in a hostile society. Excuse me. Are we in a society hostile to masculinity? All right? Yeah, let me go and put my notes down because I ain't going to be reading this right. Oh, I don't need that. All right? Now, so are we in a society hostile to masculinity? Now, usually what I'm gonna set it up to where I say what I need to say on one podcast, and I'll bring somebody in, and they'll either add to it, object to it, whatever they want to do. One thing we're not going to do is get emotional and argue. I love to hear different perspectives because I could look at you and say, that's good. That makes sense. Nah, I ain't buying it. That's just me. I ain't going to be like, no, you're wrong. Nah, I ain't got time for all that. No, we're not getting loud over here. Only time we're going to get loud is for excitement. That's the only emotion we got. Excitement. All right? So, are we in society that is hostile to masculinity? Are we in a society that is hostile to masculinity? Any person with a brain knows that it's true. All right? Now, I got a laundry list of things. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, this first episode. But we're in a society that's hostile to masculinity. All right? Now, one thing about it is we want to get deep into our emotions. Women push for, oh, he's deep into his emotions. He cares about this. He's so emotional. We want that kind of guy. No, you don't. You don't want that. You want that when it benefits you. All right? One thing y'all have to understand, I'm very red pill. Human nature. We want something when it benefits us. Women want something when it benefits them. We want something when it benefits us. Men being emotional can be very easily manipulated. So it's going to benefit you. The person who is emotional is not going to benefit that person. It's going to benefit the person who conjured up your emotion, who started your emotion. All right? Now, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. For example, we playing football. All right? I remember coaching football. I had one kid. He was an all right football player. But when he got angry, and when I needed him to be aggressive, we pissed him off. And he played harder. All right? So that's an example of me of coaching or sports, period. I love doing sports, analyzing stuff through sports. So that's an example of a man that's getting emotionally charged to play a game. Now, a certain type of way, play football a certain type of way, aggressively. It's usually on defense. You want to piss off the linebacker so he can blitz through and go all crazy. All right, now we take that same guy, we take that same kid. For example, we take that same kid who we learn how to manipulate his emotions and piss him off where he could go destroy what needs to be destroyed. But we don't take the time out and say, hey, you can only do that on the field. So now he gets in a relationship and he sees the female. Now, all he know is what? Hulk smash. Like the Incredible Hulk. He get mad, he get angry, and he want to smash stuff. Now, y'all probably asking, how does that even play into woman having the upper hand with being in emotion? All right? Now, this is why. A man is not supposed to be emotional in his place of solitude, his home, his dwelling, where he's supposed to be comfortable. 9 times out of 10, if a woman ticks your emotions off, you're going to be in a world of trouble. You smash something, somebody call the police, the first thing they do, what do? They come for the man. They come for the man. All right? Yes, they coming for you. So what are we supposed to do? My hands tied. My hands are tied. You're angry. You're upset. The officer probably going to piss you off when they get there. This is just a scenario. But this happens all the time. And they're hostile toward the man. It's not because this man is evil or might even want to hurt somebody. Yeah, we hear those horror stories. There's always going to be horror stories. Oh, you see, that's why we can't do this or that. No. All right? No. So we're in a society that is hostile to masculinity and don't know how to feed it the right way. All right? One of the reasons is, of course, Feminism. You notice as feminism grew, the divorce rate grew. The more broken up the families were, the less masculine the men were. Whose fault is that? Is that women's fault? No, that ain't women's fault. That's men's fault. That's our fault. That's another episode I'll get into. All of this stuff I could break down and definitely get into really, really deep. We could dig deep. Now, I'm sorry, when I start digging deep and going spiritual, I'm going straight to God, the Most High, because that's what I believe in. So if you feel like you could come on this show, I invite you, and you talking about no God talk, then this ain't for you, because that's where it's gonna go. All right, I'm talking to my men's out there, my men, my alphas, want to be alphas, because a lot of y'all want to be alphas in a beta situation. Trust me, I know. Alphas stuck in a beta situation. So I'm talking to those guys who do want spiritual healing, because that's where the healing starts. So we all done been hurt. I ain't never met a man that didn't get his heart broken, that didn't get turned on by a woman. I ain't never met one. All right? Shoot. Name one. You can't. And then they all do the same thing, try to downplay it. But we're not gonna downplay that. We're gonna look at it. Now the emotional state, like I've been saying, is what who has the advantage in the emotional state. You cannot out emotion a woman. Trust me, I know. You can't out emotion a woman. They are emotional creatures. So that's always going to be their advantage. Well, I'm the woman. You can't yell at me. You can't hit me. Of course you can't. You shouldn't. You should treat me as the weaker vessel. But then at the same time, try to run everything with their emotions. Everything is based on the emotions. All right? For example, let me give you some logic. Men logic works. You need it. You need it. A man logic works. You need it. I put money in the snack machine and I get my Snickers out. Whatever this price is, whatever you do, you put money in that machine, the machine's going to give you the Snicker unless it misfunctions. All right? So you look at a man. Whatever you do, whatever you put inside that man, it's going to come out. So if that man goes and works out every day, he's going to get stronger, whether he likes it or not. All right? So you put that dollar in the machine and you get your Snickers out. Now let's say the machine was a feminine machine. You put your dollar in the machine, you might not get a Snickers, depending on how the machine feels. Yes, that's what it is. And there's no denying that. Okay, I pay these bills in this house. I'm ready for my Snickers. I'm ready for my snack, my treat. I don't feel good. Oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, I'm mad at you for something you did. Oh, you liked her pic. Oh, go find her. You understand what I'm saying? So we all done been there. So we know women do not operate like snack or vending machines. But you know who's supposed to? We are. As soon as we don't, and we say, I don't feel like it. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just not feeling it. What do? They're going to question your masculinity, because it's not, your masculinity doesn't benefit them now. You understand? It just doesn't benefit them now. Now, moving forward, I think I made it clear. This is something for the men. Now, if you're not agreeing with what I say, oh, women aren't like that. Oh, women don't do that stuff. Not my woman. Get out of here. This ain't for you. Since you got the perfect woman, get out of here. You ain't even got to listen to this no more. You got it all figured out, buddy. Good job. You got you a unicorn. Your woman ain't like that. Good. Now, for the rest of us, we gonna keep going. Oh, the society Society is not hostile to masculinity. No, it is. Now, my grandfather is the manliest man I know. My grandfather, manliest man I know. The other manliest man I know is my father and my uncles. My uncles and my father are the manly second to my granddad. Then men after that, probably my older cousins. Then men after that, you got me. You understand? I say that because going back in time, the farther you go, the more masculinity was praised. It was praised. Be a man. Man up. They used to tell me that. My father used to tell me that. My father used to say, stop crying. I'm going to beat you some more. He literally beat the tears out of me to the point where, like, boy, if I cry, it's tough. It's tough. Or if I find myself crying about anything, I have to check my whole manhood. Like, hold up. Why am I crying? Tears don't bring nothing back. Tears don't get anything done. And guess what? I was in a conversation a couple months back. I said something like, man, I never cry over no chick. And boy, they bashed me. Bash me. Oh, you won't? I'm like, look, I ain't got time for all that. I'm gonna be a man, whether it's popular or not. I'm gonna be the most manly man I could be, whether it's popular or not. And if you're not trying to be the most manliest man you could be, and you think getting in touch with your feminine side has something to do with masculinity, you need to get your behind up out of here. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say. Because all that is feminine energy. And trust me, your woman gonna leave you if you more emotional than her. I ain't never seen a woman that stayed in a relationship where the man was crying more than her. I never seen it. It's gonna dry him up, buddy. Trust me, I know. Now, is it okay for men to cry? Uh, do your best not to cry. And when you do cry, it better be worth it. It better be grandma dead, mama died, sister died, homie died, old lady passed or something like that. That you could cry. Your girl leave you, you crying? Nah, bro. You crying because nobody getting your attention? Nah, bro. You crying because your team lost? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But even that, you got your butt kicked real good. You shouldn't be crying. You should be trying to. I can't wait to go to the gym. I can't wait to go back to practice. That's how I used to look at it. Upset. Now it's the end of the season and y'all lose the championship. I feel like, okay, you could cry. You could cry when you do something great. You done won the championship. Tears of joy. We don't do those. All right. But I noticed my grandfather is the most masculine man I know. It's because he grew up in a time where it was patriarchy dominated, where the man was more dominant than now. Because then they started to push feminism for most odd reasons. I feel like that has to do with this Babylonian society we are. They try to make it very metrosexual, very effeminate, because it's easier to control an effeminate man who's in his emotions. It's easier to manipulate him. It's easier to control a man when he's operating in his feminine, because you don't have to respect them and you can get away with certain things. We're going to talk about that too. That's a whole nother topic. I don't want to stay, but I want to stay. So that is one way, all right? That feminism, that's at the root of it. Now, I didn't do enough research to find out why, but these women do a lot of feminism retort. Now, I'm not against it because I feel like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I know the history of it. Women's rights, they wanted voting rights. They got voting rights. Then they got more rights. Then they got more rights. Now it's to the point where they just want they just straight up telling you they want the advantage. They walking out up and down the streets saying we want to be sluts and whores. And don't call us sluts and whores or we should go to jail for it. The Me Too movement, oh, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. We all see that. And then we all see that in the same thing. Oh, I want a 50-50 relationship. Like it ain't good enough that you want me to pay all the bills. Now you still want to have more say so. You want me to pay all the bills, cook and clean, come home and rub your feet, take care of the kids just as much as you do. I mean, come on, man. That ain't no fair deal. And then you still want me to climb up and do the best I can and further myself in my career. At the same time, spend all the time and money on you. I get it. I get it. You doing what benefits you. Why not? If we could have that started, why not? No. And then as soon as a man said, heck no, we ain't doing that. I'm putting my foot down. You're toxic. Shaming language. You're shaming language. Toxic masculinity. Shaming language. All right? What's another shaming language? We got to do shaming language. Woo! Oh, you're not a man. Woman love to say you're not a man because you're not letting her do something. Toxic masculinity. Oh, you're not a man. Never let a woman tell you what a man is. That's the worst thing you could do. That's the worst thing you could do. Never. You're not a man. Be a man. Oh, he's so much. You're so immature, insecure. What's another one? Insecure, immature, controlling. Nah, shawty, you can't go out with your friends all night wearing that dress. Oh, you're trying to control me. You're so controlling. I don't like this relationship. I don't like how it's going. But as soon as you walk out, I'm going with my boy. Oh, where you going? You better be back at it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Why you gotta dress in your smallest dress? You got your king at home, and you going out with your single friends. Why you gotta do that? What's the purpose? What's really the purpose? Let's be honest. What's really the purpose? You really like that? And what that man singing? Man, she might run into a baller tonight. Or that man call you. What that man? Dang, she probably in there getting it in with somebody. Why? Why put yourself in that situation? Why put your man in that situation? Why? Because society tell you it's all right. If your man don't like it, shame on your man. You should be more free. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I always felt like feminism was for fives and under, fours and fives and lesbians. All right, that's just me. Because you're a 4 and 5, you ain't finna get no man to take you in, take care of you, do all that stuff. And you're a lesbian, you just want to be a man anyway, or feel like one. You understand? The masculinity is always under attack. God didn't create it like that. It just not supposed to be. Now, it was applauded back in the day, being a man, taking control, going to war, bringing home the bacon for your family. You got that nice white house and that picket fence. But you want to know what changed that? The media. We see the little TV shows. It started back in the 1950s where it looked like the woman ran everything. The woman ran the house. She was it's very funny that we say this because I feel like our traditional ways in America is very female centered. And when you study anthropology, that's the study of human culture, you will see that the man sometimes didn't even live with his wife. He was out going to get it. He was out going at war. He was out in the fields. You understand? Making a living. Even hunting and gathering. Like I put, do women still cook? And it went viral. I put on Twitter, do women still cook? And then say, do men still hunt and gather? Like, okay, that's the natural thing. I'm hunting and gathering so you could cook it. Anything you give a woman, she makes better. She multiplies. But they don't see that. They don't see that no more. They don't respect that no more. So we're gonna go on in media. Now, I always felt like, and this is hard to explain to me, maybe I need to do a little bit more reading so I could articulate it better, but the subconscious is so real to the point where it's not even funny. Now, movies subconsciously promote men and their feelings, and that's why I say it is hostile. The number one thing to move a man out of his masculinity is put him in his feelings. Men in their feelings. Even women. They put women against men. I was watching the Black Panther movie, and a guy pulled this up. I think his name Eddie Fuse. Eddie Fuse. You got to pull up his thing about Marvel. But in the Black Panther movie, he pointed out something so crazy. In the end, when they were going to war with each other, the red warriors and the blue warriors, the Black Panther in Wakanda, all the people in red were women, and all the soldiers in blue were men, and they went to war, and the red overcame the blue. The red represented feelings, the blue represented order. Okay? And movies always put feelings over order, but that's not how it goes. That's not how it was created. That's not nature. Men bring logic to everything. You have to bring order to the house. Okay? You have to bring order to your house as a man. If you don't bring order, it's going to be chaos. Your house, you know how many men, and I used to do this too, sit in my car and just huff and puff like, I do not want to be here. She's in there. She has the atmosphere and the energy all wrong. Why? Because I lost control of my household because it ain't no order. Yo, don't bring that in here. Hey, if you having a bad day, go somewhere else and have a bad day. When you come in here, be happy to see us. Be happy to see me. And that's how it's gonna be from now on. If I'm dealing with any female, hey, you having a bad day? Go have a bad day out there. When you walk in, it's a whole new day in here, and you're gonna try your best. But you need to know those are the ground rules. Those are the boundaries in here. And it's been a lot of times where I done been waiting to see my girl or whoever I'm dating at the time, and then they come in with the worst attitude, the worst energy, and it just bring you down. You like, wait a minute, now I got to figure out how to fix it, because I'm a man. It just comes naturally, like, dang, what can I do to fix this? But you shouldn't be falling into that. That's beta. That means your energy ain't strong enough. That she not coming home. Well, at least if she after a bad day, both of you guys, when you're in a relationship after a bad day, you should be happy to come home and see your man. A woman should be happy to come home and see her man. A man should be happy to come home and see his wife, his girl, because they're gonna make it better, right? Or it's just the essence of you that makes it better. Like I get to come home to you, but you don't see that, and that kills you. All right. And that kills everything. But guess what? When you demand when you demand your woman to put those feelings to the side, or you put your feelings to, oh, you need to show. You know how many times I done been on the phone with a friend that's venting to me about how her husband ain't showing no emotions, how homeboy ain't, how her boyfriend is not showing any emotions. And as a homeboy, if I'm really your friend and I ain't really trying to get with you, I ain't really trying to do, I call it the long game where I play and act like your friend. That's a whole nother episode too. We're gonna talk about those homeboys and relationships. Get rid of them, ladies. That's how I look at it. If she got, hey fellas, if she got a guy friend, you need to let her know you're very hostile toward that guy friend. I don't want you sharing no energy with him. All right? Now, but when I used to get on, it's some that are genuinely friends. I get it because I have some. And oh, he won't show any emotion. He's just emotionless. I'm like, boy, he being a man. Is he taking care of his business? Is he bringing home the bacon? Okay. Do you respect him? Okay, perfect. Stop asking for emotions. Stop asking for them. Because when they do come out, women don't know what to do with them. Oh my God. Why are you acting like that? Why are you saying, why are you cussing, why are you screaming? Because you want to see emotions, here you go. And it's hard to keep that stoicism up. It's called stoicism. It's hard to keep it up. It's hard to be like blase, squaze every day and go get it. I know. Because we live in a feminine society where they're hostile toward masculinity. It's almost like I have to hide my masculine nature. I have to tell a woman, like, look, man, I ain't playing that. You want to be in a relationship with me, this, that, the other. That's what it is. And you're not ready for that. You say you're ready for that, but you're not. So when you come in and you see these things, and you like, dang, this man over here, she's complaining to me about he's not showing any feelings, but this man really strong because I know he's getting hit with feminine energy all the time, tearing down your masculinity, tearing at your manhood. Every time I get pulled over by the police, I be like, please don't let this police come with the bullshit. And when I say the bullshit, I really mean, please don't let this police come to me talking like a little boy. It's only a couple women on this planet that could talk to me like a little boy, and they ain't finna do it for too long. That's mama, grandma, and some aunties. And guess what? They will get put on ice too. Hey, man, you talking to me like I'm 5 or 6 now. You gotta chill. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother topic because we usually jump in one relationship. We so raised by our mamas, us black men, we so raised by our moms to the point where we get in a relationship and we treat our girlfriend like mom, mommy. I knew I was messing up when I was in a relationship and the girl said, I feel like his mom. I'm like, yo, my masculinity was taking that much of a back seat that you feel like my mom? Nah, bro. I'm good. I'm good. I gotta check when I hear stuff like that. That mean I gotta check myself. That mean it's something you're not doing right. You have to take control. You can't be afraid to take control of your relationship. You can't be afraid to leave. You can't be afraid to tell him no, shorty. You can't wear that. Nah, you're not going there. Nah, get off the phone with him. I don't care. That's your friend. Loser. Lose him or lose me. And that's another. I'm gonna tell you how to take control of a relationship. And it's gonna be a real short segment, but I'm gonna tell you. Fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all how to take control. Now, when you get caught up in your feelings because they want men to be in their feelings, it never gets you nowhere. Every time I get caught up in my emotional feelings, arguing, fussing, fighting, raising my voice, cussing at a woman, it don't get me nowhere. If anything, it just make me look crazy. It make me look like a little bitch. That's what it make you look like. When I see a man and a woman arguing, fussing, fighting, I'm like, look at these two bitches. That's what I say. Look at these two women fighting. There's two women arguing each other. She's in her masculine energy. He's in his feminine energy. When a woman is challenging you, that means she is in her masculine energy. That is it. I had a chick come to my house and challenge me. She in her masculine energy. Hey, you gotta go. Because now if I try to challenge you back, or if I fight you, because she did something that was basically would have started a fight if it was a man. We would have been in there tussling. We'd have been in there throwing hands. And she was a man. So when a woman disrespects you, that's because she's in her masculine energy. And once a woman disrespects you, just know, even if she says she ain't try to do it or anything like that, she subconsciously disrespected you. So you gotta check it. And you gotta do something drastic. You gotta punish. If you don't, fellas, you don't punish it and be like, that's all right. I know you ain't. Trust me, I done been there. I done been the most understanding boyfriend ever. Okay? The under shoot, it was I was so understanding at one time if I was in a relationship where I was so understanding and she came up through the door and be like, look, I got pregnant by this other guy, baby. It's okay. I know what did I do wrong? For real. That's how beta I was. That's how in my feminine I was. Nah. Mm-mm. Cause I was too busy. I was too busy hiding my masculinity, hiding who I was. I was lying to people. I felt like I was lying. Like, look, man, I ain't with that. Oh, he's so mature. He's not insecure. Oh, I can wear this. You see such and such. Her man let her wear that. Why can't we see? He's such a man. He's so in. He's so mature. He's not insecure. You're so insecure. Like, man, shut up. He beta. Every time I see a woman that's dressed like that, that has a man, she working the floor. She's working that floor. Sometimes I think he pimping her. That's the only thing I look at. Sometimes I be in the mind state of a pimp, like, shoot, dang, his wife looking real good. Oh, that girl looking real good. She got the smallest see-through dress. A see-through dress? Okay. He want everybody to see his goods, what he working with. Okay. Oh, ain't she walking over here? Oh, come on, man. Yo, they really together? For real. That's how I look at it. But all that's going to be said is when you're in a society that is hostile toward masculinity, you're going to see men hide it and try to adjust their natural way. My natural way is my way or the highway. It's my natural way. That is why I struggle in relationships, because I'm trying to be the perfect guy. Because what women want and what women respect are two totally different things. And we're going to talk about that totally later. But we are living in a society that is hostile to masculinity. The number one ways is feminism, especially with law enforcement. Because if that police officer come to license and registration, let me see your hands. I'm like, what? Am I going to jail? Now I gotta be like, I have two options. Yes, sir, Mr. Officer. Here are my hands. Please don't shoot me. Or the other part, hey man, I know you're just doing your job, but chill out. You ain't gotta talk to me like that, cause I ain't did nothing. And it depends on what kind of day it is. I usually be the second guy. Chill out, man. I ain't did nothing. I don't care nothing about your badge, cause I know it ain't no guns in this car. I know it ain't no drugs in this car. Just do your job, but you don't have to be barking at me. Cause hey, my manhood getting tested. You're not approaching me as a man. You're approaching me like I'm a criminal, an animal, a little boy. Listen, ask any man when he was a little boy and his mama used to little boy him, you hated that. So why we get older and let women little boy us? Why? Because they're hostile to masculinity. And some of us just ain't have no real man around us to put their foot. Hey, you don't let no woman talk to you like that. You're a man. At least I had my daddy around to tell me sometimes, hey, you're a man. You don't have to put up with that. They want us in our emotions. They want, because there's nothing you could do. When a man is in his emotions, he's easily manipulated. Like I said, the football. When you have the football coach and he has a player who has very great potential, but the only way to get him to his great potential is if you spark him up emotionally, make him angry, get him emotional to where he could play on edge. That's not always going to work, because when those players get older, it don't work no more. You understand what I'm saying? When you get in that professional level or that college level, it don't work no more. Now you need technique. Now you can't just run up and be all mad and run through a wall. You're going to have to lower your shoulder and use that forearm and drive those legs. Can you do that while you're mad? Probably not. Can you do that while you're emotional? Probably not. You can't out-athlete everybody on every level. So when you move on in life, the same thing. You got to use more technique. The best technique I could give a man is don't argue with her. Okay her. If she yelling and screaming in your face, remove yourself. Protect your masculine energy. Protect it. Because they're going to try it every time. This society is built on trying you. As a man, especially a young black man, you're You getting tried every day. As soon as I go on social media, I'm getting attacked for being a man. Oh, black men cheat. No, we don't. And then get mad when we say we don't. When we actually stand up for each other, they actually the number one people who are attacking us is black women. I don't even know why. But they the number one attacking. They fight us harder than the white men fight us. That's a whole nother subject too. But that feminism really, really got them going crazy. And then they wonder why they can't find no man, no good man, no man that can keep them in check. I need a man to keep me in check. No, you just need a man that's masculine and who ain't gonna put up with them games and who gonna put you on ice when you act up. Who ain't gonna never let you get comfortable. Nah, shawty. Nah, baby girl, you can't do that here. You can't do that here. Where you going with that on? You know I don't play that. And most men, what they see in the movies, Lifetime, they love to say, "Oh, he's controlling," and "Oh, where you going with that on? You can't wear it." And then he take the girl and wring her neck and throw her against the wall and beat her down because she wore a little short, skimpy dress. So now we leaving the movie like, "Oh my God, I'll never do that to you, baby. You can wear any dress you want because I ain't gonna act like that." Knowing deep down inside you don't want your girl wearing that crap either. So what you gotta do? Hey man, look, if you can't respect my wishes, you gonna go find you another man. You gonna find you another one. Cause we ain't playing that here. Don't worry, boy. Hey, that next episode is for dating. It's called You Gotta Leave. And that's gonna really ruffle some feathers. Now, if you in a relationship and your relationship's struggling, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna listen to that next episode, You Gotta Leave, and you leaving. You leaving or you gonna be ready to leave. Cause that's my whole goal. Cause that it ain't working. If you gotta fight for your relationship and it ain't working. You gotta work at it. You ain't gotta fight for it. You gotta work at it. Compromising your manhood will drive you crazy. All right? I'm gonna tell you another one. That's gonna be another episode. But this episode right here is the last and final way that they always attack your masculine energy through beta male emotional songs. I love 90s and R&B, but I know that is so unrealistic. Baby, I love you and I promise and all that. No, I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low, cause my heart can't take it. What? I used to be singing that and I'm like, hold up, bro. If a girl playing me, she gotta go. I don't care if she just playing. She ain't even cheating. If she just playing me on my money, she gotta go. If she playing me on my time, she gotta go. You understand what I'm saying? So, and one of the number one beta male songs that are very emotional. It's so emotional to the point where men are wifing up whores. We wife up hoes, legit wifing up hoes because they look good or they famous. Legit wifing up whores because oh, I love her. Why do you love a hoe? Who said you could do that? Who said it was all right to love a hoe? Uh-uh. We gonna stop all that. Uh-uh. Another song I used to sing, that Lil Wayne, is called Prostitute Flame. I wouldn't care if you was a prostitute and you hit every man that you ever knew. Man, I found myself, hey man, what you doing? You know that girl a hoe? I don't care if she a hoe. I'm gonna still take her on a date. I'm gonna still cake to her. Yeah. I had to get up out of that. I had to get that out of my spirit. The music you take in goes in your spirit and it manifests in you. It's energy. That music is energy. You ever listen to some songs and you get hyped to go hit the gym? You ever listen to a song and it turn you on and make you want to hit something? Yeah. We're gonna go over all of that. But you gotta understand, we live in a society that attacks masculinity. And that is why So many women are single. So many homes are being destroyed. So many men are walking around here miserable. So many men are abusive and fight because they ain't never learned how to be a man. The weakest thing you can do is fight with a girl. Literally fight or force her to do something. And I did some weak things. The strongest thing you could do is leave. We're gonna talk about that later. But trust me, we are under attack, fellas. We under attack. Masculinity is just not emotional or mental, it's spiritual. You under attack. You came here, God came and put you on this earth to make sure you maintain it and keep it in order. And the first thing we do is give it over to who? The people who are emotional. Aquarian society where women rule. That's cool. That's cool. If that's the route we going, that's cool. But I don't live in that society like that because I'm very red pill. That means I already know the game. Because the people who really run it just trying to run it. If I could get these women to run it like I want them to run it, I could keep my hand on everybody. This ain't no game. You either gonna take it back or not. Now, am I asking you to go to war with women? No, because it's gonna always be those select females out there that want a man that they could run all over, and it's always gonna be men out there to let women run all over them. Well, I don't hang out with those men, and I don't associate with those men. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a level of respect for those men, a level of respect. You understand what I'm saying? But I know who you are, and you know who you are, and you know you don't want to be in that situation. As long as you know that, dang, I really don't want to be in this situation, and know that, hey, I'm being miserable. That's fine. Sometimes we get in these relationships and we are in prison, and all we got to do is walk out the gate. Nobody keeping us there. It's cheaper to keep her. I don't care how cheaper it is to keep her. I'm not keeping her if I'm not happy. I don't care what the price is. I'll pay it. Because at the end of the day, she's still going to need me. So you have to understand that. Now, this ain't for everybody. All right? But remember, we're in a society that is hostile to masculinity. And that's what you need to understand.